good, sports lovers? You're chilling with the boys from Sports Sentinel. I, King of Banter, Wallace, and I'm hanging out with
the usual suspect. You know who? Hadi, aka son of Dakats FC.
yes.
Yeah. Wale.
What's good?
What's good, my guy? How was the weekend?
The week. Wiki imekimbia manzejo. It's another time tuko hapa.
Hii wiki imekuwa na variation ya weather, kidogo jua, kidogo baridi.
Kidogo baridi, kidogo mvua.
Hiyo weather inafanyanga time inaenda sana. Nimeshtukia tu wiki imeisha. Okay, what's good anyway?
So, Hadi.
Yeah.
Sijui kama kuna time huwa una watch ball. And then
time zote we watch ball.
Sawa. Hizo times zenye wewe watch ball, either peke yako ama na mbogi. Kuna kitu hufanyika.
Nini hiyo?
Unajipata una watch game and then you make some observation. Kidogo tu hivi. The ref also anasema the same I mean the commentator says the same exact observation.
Unapata thoughts zenyu zilikuwa zina align mahali
zina sync
venye ulikuwa unafikiria zero in sync amesema hiyo vitu.
Yes, the commentator pia
najua that feeling.
Hakunanga feeling fiti kama hiyo man.
Better than sex.
Ala
unaweza now imagine you feeling penye iko.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So kuna game kuna watch kitu ikafanyika in that sense ama
several occurrences games mingi. Niko sure hata hii relatable na our audience pia. Kuna time umekuwa unacheck tu game unasema kitu hivi and then all of a sudden you hear the commentator having the same.
Wacha ni kuinterrupt kidogo. Mi yangu relate na commentator or something but I kumbuka there's an episode nilikwambia.
Yeah.
Irene ya Tenag ni long overdue.
Yes.
Akachujwa. Does that count?
It does. It does.
Okay,
It does. It does. So that particular feeling is usually very nice. Now, it has been an eventful week in terms of football. True. Observations. Speaking of observations.
Yeah, eventful. Umesema eventful is very relative.
Yes.
Eventful for some.
All right.
Eventful for some. Not all of us.
Okay. Either way, there have been several events that have taken place this week. So the observations I made were in the Champions League, game 4 of the new Champions League format. So the observations were all the EPL teams lost their Champions League matches.
All right. I don't like losing but as long as tuko kwa ngori watu kama 4 hivi. Yeah. Kwani.
So these particular English teams that are in question, Arsenal lost 1-0 to Inter Milan, away to Inter Milan. Manchester City lost 4-1 away to Sporting Lisbon. The only English team that won is Liverpool. They hosted Bayer Leverkusen
and clobbered them 4.
Yeah.
They welcome back Alonso.
Aston Villa also went ahead and lost 1-0 to Club Brugge.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, you say. So I'll start you from that good stuff.
Watu wanatandiko sisi zipekee.
Yeah. I'll start you over from that particular good stuff that you're saying. The Aston Villa Club Brugge game. So Aston Villa were away.
Yeah.
And that was game 4 on Wednesday. That happened on Wednesday, the 6th of November. And there was one particular event that took place in that game. Tyrone Mings was deemed to have handled the ball.
Okay.
So Martinez.
Mings is back.
Yeah, Tyrone Mings is back.
Okay.
Yeah.
After such a long period injury.
Yes, it was the knee. Yeah, the knee put him out for that long. But he healed and he was back. So the game actually started, but to some extent he was not aware. He picked the ball and it was awarded as a penalty.
It was a penalty.
Yeah, and that's the game that they conceded. And that's how they lost that particular
before
match.
You ask me, I think it's understandable. it's been a long time since he's been out with an injury. When he comes back, and of all the stages to start from after an injury, the Champions League, it's something to do with fitness.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're saying
it's an honest mistake.
A professional player.
How many professional players make such mistakes?
Very few.
The other weekend, Mourinho alishika two ball in the box.
No, it was actually that game, the previous day, the games that were played on 5th. The only goal that Inter scored. So that game was also very controversial. On the other hand,
okay, kwanza niambie issue ya Ming. Unasema Mings alishika hii ball akijua, unasema ni
he knew the game was in
Wallace, hakuna mtu endanga pale defense center back leta hiyo ball nishike uchukue penalty. Things just happen. Na hii ni issue ya fitness. Ndio anarudi back to the game.
All right.
Yeah. Mings is good, so I would.
So whatever you say, he was punished for that, and the team was again.
Of course,
punished.
the law is there. Yeah.
So that's how Aston Villa ended up losing that particular match.
1-0.
1-0 loss to Club Brugge.
Yeah, I'm surprised this time they did not give it. Normally, Aston Villa Champions League, they will give it their blood and sweat. And then unapata the game that follows in the weekend, the league, watakuwa na struggle.
Yes.
So this time it wasn't just theirs. Ama team imekuwa ikiwa stadi hapa Champions League. Wameona venye walikuwa najituma sana.
I don't know, man. I rest my case when it comes to that game. Those events took place, they happen, and that's what's up.
Yeah. 1-0.
1-0 loss.
I keep telling you, hakuna kitu painful kama 1-0 loss. Eri unipige 4.
We're coming back to 4. Let's continue with the other 1-0 loss.
We have been friends with Mourinho since.
Crazy stuff. The other 1-0 loss is the Arsenal versus Inter Milan. Arsenal were away to Inter Milan, and the game also had some very controversial decisions that were made. On the other hand, Mourinho was deemed to have been fouled by the keeper, the Inter Milan keeper. He completely missed the ball
and hit him on the head.
There was no penalty awarded, but the rules say that should be a penalty. Coming to the other side, the same Mourinho is involved with in the box. He was deemed to have handled the ball. The ball hit him on the way to the goal, and they were given the penalty, and it was the only goal of the match. And Arsenal were unable to come back.
I don't know if you've realized. I said this before. Every game that Arsenal has lost, there's always some bit of bad refereeing decisions.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's always that, but again, they gave their all. Sad they could not come out with a win, as the stats in that game would have been. But I feel they played well. But some games you do that, you do everything right, but the goal doesn't come. But you're judged. But then again, you're judged with the goal, the goals you score.
True.
So it doesn't matter how much of a performance you put out there. When you don't,
at the end of the day, you need to outscore someone.
You need to outscore someone to be called a winner and a performer. But
to and get the points.
Exactly.
Especially now that the new Champions League format, we need points. We need to finish the first phase of it in the top 8.
Yeah, to avoid the playoffs. Exactly. So it's really, really, really tough mentally when such things are happening and not going your way. It's very, very discouraging. But I know.
But if you looked at that game, I don't think there's anything that Arsenal did not do right.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just that lately they've run in a bad form.
Sure.
And Inter Milan capitalized on that.
They did.
It was a fairly contested match anyway. Inter won 1-0, then they deserved it.
Yeah, sure. So it still continues. It's only game 4. Still 4 more to go.
4 more to go.
Yes. And let's see how each team will come back in the next encounter. of those particular games.
Take me to someone else who lost, please.
PSG lost to Atletico Madrid.
You're saving the best for the last.
Am I? Not really. PSG lost to Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
It's like this competition doesn't like PSG that much. However much they try.
It's about time wakubali PSG. They've been at this Champions League level for the longest time.
Yeah.
Kuna time wanakuja very close. There's a time when they decided now we are going to have Neymar, Mbappe and Messi, and still nothing came out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe the Champions League doesn't like them that much. Because they are a decent team, given the many givens and the teams that are playing in the Champions League this season. So PSG should be getting good results, but it's not working for them yet. They were home. Atletico were visiting.
Yeah,
but Atletico managed a 2-1 win against them. So
could it be an issue with the quality? I mean, where PSG has been playing, PSG wamekuwa kitandika kina nani hapo France?
Marseille.
Yeah, it's not the first time wanakuja wanapigwa na another team from outside of France. Because the last season Newcastle iliwatandika. Newcastle. Yeah.
But I think when you're good, you're good. It doesn't matter where you're playing. I believe when you're deemed to be good, you should perform. That's why they were able to attract the likes of Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. So,
true, but also this is Atletico Madrid we're talking about.
I know it's Atletico you're talking about.
Both these teams have an experience in the Champions League. Sure. We agree up to that. So whoever lost, whoever won, they deserved it.
Yeah. Well, you win some, you lose some. I'll leave it like that. You win some, you lose some.
All right.
So, moving on.
Talk to me.
City lost to Sporting. A resounding win for Sporting CP against Manchester City. City is not just a team you go and play against and then you get 4 goals.
I think City were visiting. They went to Portugal.
They were away, yeah. They were away to Portugal. The Sporting CP team.
Yeah.
So they visited Portugal to play Sporting CP. It was a very, very bad day in the office for Pep and his team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sporting CP, did a number on them.
All right.
4 goals.
So that was the third loss for Guardiola consecutively.
Yeah, that was the third loss. Third consecutive loss for them. It's like they lost Rodri and everything went AWOL. They cannot sustain 90 minutes pressure because of that. Because besides Rodri, who else have they lost?
Well,
if we were supposed to be speaking,
KDB hasn't been around also.
KDB has not been around.
Yeah.
Even so, Ake has been there. Even so, I still believe KDB to be in that game without Rodri.
Yeah.
I think City would have still suffered the same fate. I've come to realize he did quite a lot for City in the midfield because it's not just interfering with play. By interfere, I mean making what do we call them? Interceptions.
Yeah.
The right interceptions. So it's not with him. It's not only making the right interceptions, but being in the right position at the right time.
I think what you're saying is that Rodri's contribution to the team is massive. It's more than just the interceptions and playing.
Exactly.
He's a pillar. He's the pillar.
Yeah, he understands.
Is there? Let me see. Is there Yaya Toure?
Yes.
If you remember that season with Yaya Toure.
I know him. Yaya Toure. Yes, it's more or less something of that particular fact.
Yeah. But again, I think while City is at a level where ukiona the squad ya Man City ni ile super strikers.
Yeah.
They should be able to play even without Rodri.
Sure.
Even without De Bruyne.
True.
They should be, but it also depends ni matches gani zinakam.
Sure.
ni matches gani zimepangwa and what hiyo line ya matches that you're going to play without these people. You will survive some and you will get clobbered on some.
True.
Hata hiyo match the first half they played well, but I think Amorim alimwambia okay, first half ni yako. During half time akasema drawing board tunarudi hapa.
In the second half it was so different.
It was 2 penalties.
City could not catch up, and those particular mistakes you make them when your defense is not settled,
and you get a striker who really knows how to capitalize on them, you're done.
Exactly. And Sporting has a striker of such caliber.
Here is coming to Manchester United.
Easy. Well, good for them.
Ruben anasema I'm not going to buy or come back and get players from here to take to Manchester United. But Manchester United wanted him.
Whatever, man. Whatever they decide to do, that's all up to them.
Atuangali nyumba.
No, we are not doing that. But for Banter's sake, we will do so. So in the end, after Pep's loss, he said maybe after 7 years of winning the Premier League and dominating football all that while, he feels it's somebody else's opportunity and chance to. Do you think that's a call for throwing in the towel for Pep, or he's just playing mind games?
Nah, Wallace. King of Banter, you should know Pep by now. Pep Guardiola ni ule mtu atakuja kubembeleze akwambia you're good, you're doing well.
But I have a reference point. This is how he started when Bayern, he was not feeling the Bayern project. He started sounding the same way he's sounding here.
Yeah, actually, looking at it, the last time Pep lost a string of matches like this alikuwa at Bayern. Was it after hapo ndo alitoka Bayern ama?
Yes. So after that season,
so nadhani amechoka saizi.
Could
no, it's November. Pep Guardiola, you don't panic in November.
I'm not saying he's panicking. I'm talking about these particular words coming out. Pep doesn't just say things for the sake of them.
It's mind games for me.
Mind games.
It's too early for Pep to throw in the towel and say, guys, I'm done. No, that's not Pep.
Because I feel he's seeing the situation he's dealing with and the things he has to deal with game in, game out. And he's seeing that it could be difficult to come out of this situation in the long run.
No, not for Pep.
Not for Pep.
No.
All right.
Mind games.
Well then, we'll leave it like that. It's just mind games. But I'll come back to that some other day on this set and ask you now, what do you feel? Is it still mind games or I was onto something? You get what I'm saying?
All right.
So that is how the game panned out for City and Pep. It wasn't a very good outing for them. But knowing after all is said and done, knowing who Pep and City are, let's see whether they'll come back from this in the next
they will
coming game. Okay. So still on the Champions League. Now let me take you to another team. The only English team that won the Champions League match.
Yeah.
It's Liverpool. They hosted Bayer Leverkusen and they put 4 past Xavi at Anfield. Yeah.
4-0.
Something that Xavi and his boys are not accustomed to.
Now they feel chest pains.
They do.
Wasikia venye watu wengine pia wanasikia.
There's an episode I told you this team Bayer Leverkusen. They were good last season, but this season, they'll suffer some losses.
It's going to be very difficult to keep up the same.
Exactly. So Liverpool were good, and I don't know. Bayer Leverkusen could not put up a fight. It's just they surrendered to their fate. It's like all right, Liverpool are at home. They're good. Let's just finish this game.
Walienda hapo na uoga fulani.
Walienda
kawa washasema
there was some fear in them and the mindset in which they approached this particular game. I understood something from Pep and Arteta. They said football is emotions. So when you approach a particular game and the emotions you play with in this game, so the emotions will be expressed in how you attack the spaces of your opponent and how you use those particular weaknesses that you observe to your advantage.
Whose words particularly? Ateta or Pep?
Both of them.
Oh, both of them.
Yeah, both of them say that.
I'll believe you if you say that. I know how passionate this Spaniard is when it comes to football.
They say football is emotion. So how you spot these emotions is how a team plays and how they respond to going down, a goal down, or how they respond to bad decisions in the game and stuff like that. I felt like Bayer Leverkusen were not responding well.
They could not pick themselves up again.
The pace, they could not after going those goals down. They just let Liverpool do what they wanted. There were so many spaces for Liverpool.
You also
to
know
run into.
Liverpool have played so far in the Champions League. That was the 4th match.
Yes,
they've won all their matches in the Champions League.
Yeah,
they're so good in the Champions League. Yeah, they've played strongly. And I don't think they're going to have... The moment Liverpool will make a mbili past you, forget it.
Forget about it.
Inaenda hiyo.
You won't catch up.
No.
Yes. So, Bayer Leverkusen found out that you're not supposed to leave that many spaces to Liverpool to attack you. They'll destroy you. They just sat back.
And now I think they're sitting on the top of the Champions League table now.
Liverpool, they are the top.
Okay.
But this thing changes. The other week it was Aston Villa and co. We might see another game day 5.
Kidogo hivi.
Yeah, game day 5. I'm very sure we'll have some other team at the top. But the bottom line is finish at number 8.
Yeah.
Upwards.
Right.
So when you're between number 1 to 8, your team is safe. Anything lower than that, you're bound to play the playoffs. And playoffs are not that cool.
Okay.
So that was Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen for you. What happened? Liverpool won that game 4-0.
How did Tottenham fare?
Get a response when it comes to that. So
we were talking about what wali lose the Champions League, especially from England. Tottenham also lost.
Are they in the Champions League?
Oh yeah, in the Europa. I'm taking everyone to Europe.
Why are you putting teams that are not there to
What
be
do
there?
you think of Tottenham?
I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, let me give you the last highlight of the Champions League. The Real Madrid AC Milan game.
Now, that one.
Yes. So Real Madrid things are not going very well for them. They suffered at the hands of AC Milan. AC Milan visited Bernabeu. AC Milan were away. They managed to put 3 past Real Madrid. 3-1. The game ended 3-1. And Real Madrid could not bounce back. Besides having the home advantage, they lost to AC Milan. AC Milan were good. This is one game that I didn't think there'd be this many goals, and AC Milan were going to get a 3-1 win. I felt like Real Madrid were going to fight back, given that they are home and they want to get rid of the previous bad results. You understand?
Yeah, even if they were losing to AC Milan, it shouldn't have been with the margin of 3.
That's my point.
But it's football. Football will surprise you.
Yes, and it surprised them.
Yeah.
And they lost. They lost to... In fact, Real Madrid were the one who opened the score.
Yeah.
A penalty to Vini. Then Morata. 39th minute.
Wallace, Real Madrid, AC Milan. I don't think AC Milan is that good that they had to beat Real Madrid. AC Milan so far, they've been average.
Yeah, they've not been...
There's just something with the Real Madrid that they haven't wrapped their fingers around.
Yeah.
There's a form they've lost. They've been struggling so far.
True.
Real Madrid, look at Real Madrid. I think this one is from Modric's own mouth. He said they were giving a lot of spaces. They were far from each other. I don't think he literally meant far physically in the pitch. Okay, there's that bit, but also the connection between the players.
It brings us back to emotions.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
So Vinicius, Mbappe, there's distance here.
Yeah.
We don't hear Bellingham.
Mm-hmm.
Rodrigo is on the bench.
Yeah.
There's who is who here.
Yeah.
And the moment Ancelotti will manage to balance this team, will find the balance.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can. From there now, they will be better.
Okay.
Yeah, but currently, until it's not a matter of they don't have the quality. There's quality in that team.
That is true.
From defense to the midfield to the striking, there's just something. Let's go to your emotions.
Yeah. So no, I was alluding to that because you said Luka was saying, Modric was saying they were far from one another, but you're saying it's not physically. So
it's physically as well as
emotionally,
mentally.
Yeah. So emotions and mentality. Yeah.
Physically, in the sense that they were losing the ball, there were a lot of spaces that AC Milan were countering on and taking advantage of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So with such observations and stuff like that, when you fail to do the necessary, you're bound to be punished, and Madrid were punished. And
of course, it's Champions League.
It's good they understand how, or Luka Modric understands what happened and stuff like that. So when such things happen, you can easily correct that and take advantage of the next game. It's bad when you don't understand what's going on. So
now that they know what is going on,
now that they know what's going on,
they should work the problem.
Yeah, it's easy to address a problem like that. Okay. So that's the thing, and that's how those particular games panned out. Of course, there are the rest. There are others that you can go and see the highlights if you missed on watching those particular games. Also, of course, it's hard to watch all of them because they happen to take place at the same time. So the time factor matters a lot. But the few that you picked to watch, I know you understood what happened. But the few that you did not watch, the highlights, of course, too, to go through. Now, speaking of Champions League, this brings us to our banter of the week.
Yeah. The Champions League and these losses.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about another Vini cry.
This particular time, it was the admins of both sides fighting. So they are the ones. The admin of AC Milan was attacking Vini. He just said Vini. So Vini went and posted.
He just had to do something with Vini. And the Vini cry, man. He kills it all the time. I wish I could imitate it.
You wish? I think this was on Instagram.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong. Could be TikTok. I think it's TikTok. Huh? It's TikTok. So Vini AC Milan posted a video of them training.
Yeah.
Doing their warm-ups and stuff like that. Heading to this particular game. Then Vini went and made a comment. Milan, are you ready? with an emoji of an hourglass and a ball, a soccer ball, that is. Then Milan's admin responded, where's your Ballon d'Or?
That was savage.
Banter is banter.
Savage.
Banter is banter.
And then you put the Vini cry at the end of it.
Vini cry. Yes, and then you add the Vini cry at the end of that. Super stuff. Yeah, so that is a band of the week from me. Do you have one for us, Hadi?
How can I not?
Please.
Well, my band of the week. I saw this one. How many bald coaches do you know in the Premier League?
Yes, so you were asking how many bald men do
coaches.
I know in the coaches do I know in the
You
EPL?
said there were four. Used to
There
be
used
four,
to be
but one left.
one left.
It revolves around the one that left and the one that has been losing matches currently.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saw somewhere there was just the head.
Yeah.
The bald head.
Yeah.
But you could tell whose head.
Yeah.
Somewhere on the forehead going up.
Yeah.
Just the bald head.
Yeah.
It was not. It was captioned. Guardiola without Rodri. Now you know who said what it was.
Yes.
Ten Hag said. So Guardiola's become Ten Hag without Rodri. Without Rodri in the midfield.
That was nice.
Crazy.
Good one. Yeah. So that's our two banters of the week.
Yeah.
You can give us yours in the comment section, or if you want more banter, kindly leave a comment requesting for one, and we'll send you a link, or we'll give you one to brighten up your day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that was very, very nice.
Yeah. Well, before you take me to the Premier League, I know you're very excited to go there.
No. Talk to me.
Yeah. Tell me what's with Mourinho.
Yes. So Mo has been
Mourinho akirusharusha mdomo huku the
Mo has
special
been throwing shades.
Yeah.
And we all know Mo is not one to keep things that he's not happy about.
Yeah.
He'll tell
Mourinho
them
will tell it as it is.
Yes. So in this particular it's been going on. It's something that has been going on. There's a game that he lost against Man United.
Yeah.
And he was
in the Europa.
In the in the UEFA Europa.
Or did he draw?
1-0. It was a draw. Against United. I'm not too sure.
So that's like a loss to Mourinho.
That's like a loss to him, yeah?
Yeah.
So he wasn't happy about that, and he commented he can go ahead and take a bottom 10 EPL team, the team that is not in Europe, and manage them. He doesn't care whether they're in Europe or not. So that's where he started throwing his shades. Now,
I also remember he had with the referee, the referee who officiated the match between Mourinho's side and Man United side.
Yes.
Yeah, when he was booked the red card. They were arguing with the referee at the touchline, and later he said that that was a special referee because the referee had eyes on the back of his head.
Sure.
He saw what was happening in the box at the same time he saw more at the touchline.
Yes.
This guy never ceased to amaze me.
So, that is more. Classic more for you. But there is more to this. That was just the tip of the iceberg. He was just venting out his frustrations.
Yeah.
There's this particular movie. I don't know whether you've ever watched it. But I think you're the one who was telling me about it.
Well,
The Dogs of Berlin.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yes. So you know,
you see how messy football and betting is.
Yes, precisely. So my movie is dubbed The Dogs of Istanbul. That's my movie.
What has Mo suffered? I'm waiting for you to tell me. Sufferings of Mourinho.
I'm building for you a background.
All right.
See, I've told you I have a movie.
Okay.
So the title, I'm giving you the title of the movie. The title of the movie is The Dogs of Istanbul. Now, that brings us to Mo.
Yeah.
So Mo says, if I knew about Galatasaray's corruption, I wouldn't have come here.
Okay.
Nobody abroad watches Turkish league. That's the headline.
True. So far, true. So, up to there, true.
He goes on. He says, nobody abroad wants to watch the Turkish league.
Yeah.
Who wants to watch this Turkish league abroad? They have the Premier League. They have the French league. They have the German league. They have the Portuguese league. They have the Dutch league. Why should they see this?
Yeah.
It's too gray. It's too dark. Smells bad. But that's my job. And I will give everything to my job, to my club. Okay. So apparently there are some things. This is right after they played a particular team and won at the end of the game. They managed to get a goal at the end of that particular game. So all he's saying is he did not think that bad in the Turkish league. Yeah,
I think now you're clearly bringing out this more statement of nobody watches the Turkish league.
Yes.
You just said after Mourinho played a particular team. How many teams do you know in Turkish league?
I know quite a few because I'm interested
I
in
can't
football.
go past Galatasaray and Fenerbahce.
Trabzonspor, there is Fenerbahce, there is Galatasaray.
Okay, we are sorry. We are sorry, but Mourinho understands that. Nobody watches the Turkish league.
Yes, that's
Basically,
his
he's talking
statement.
about the corruption in the league.
He's talking about the corruption in the league.
But Wallace, do you think the corruption in the league is only in the Turkish league?
I'm not saying it's only in the Turkish league, but I'm saying it has to be that bad
for more to speak about
it. Yes,
but now that he's spoken out about it, I think I may rub shoulders with a lot of people there, and at a couple for long.
No, he won't.
This is how Mo started at Manchester United.
No, he won't. He's
criticizing this, criticizing that, and kidogo akaambiwa okay, we ni kama umechoka kukaa hapa.
Now he is often right. Yeah. That's one thing.
No, he's right. I like his personality because he doesn't care. He will say it. Viatu ikimfinya atasema mi naye ni hivi na hivi na hivi. Now we do what you want with that information.
Sure. So that is more, and that is classic more for you. He's not happy.
So wamfukuzi arudi England bana.
So
England is getting interesting with other coaches coming in. Mo should come back.
So he's saying he's blaming the Fenerbahce board. They only told him half of what was going on in the Turkish league. He said here. I don't know whether it's in Fenerbahce or in the Turkish league as a whole, but I think by here he means inside Fenerbahce and as the Turkish league as a whole.
But more pia, come on, awangemwambia everything. We want you to come and coach here. We know the caliber of coach you are. Hatutakwambia siri za nyumba zote kwanza.
But I feel
tunangoja ukae ndani, you get smeared, you get the mud all over you.
And then, but now he has come out guns blazing. I prefer
achane na Fenerbahce basi aenda tafute timu nyingine.
If our manager going to attack a certain league to train a particular club, I'd want the honest background of whatever is going on.
Okay.
In that, I know what I'm getting into and I know what solutions to provide.
Of course, I get that. But also, we are Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
We want more.
Yes.
We know who more is.
Yes.
We want to hear.
Yes.
Hatutakwambia kila kitu. You get you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. You will find out baadaye. Ukishaka huku.
Yeah, so he found out.
Sasa hakuna kenye unaweza fanya about it. You break it, you buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what he's currently doing. It didn't take him too long to find out what's going on.
Right.
And whatever he has already found out in those few months he's been in the Turkish league.
But now, he has found out that and it's out there now. So what is going to happen? What is he going to do about it? How is he going to work the problem?
I believe he has already
what
come
changes is he willing to make? Is he going to run away?
You know, in this particular case, you can have solutions, right?
Yeah.
But there are solutions to help within Fenerbahce. Outside Fenerbahce, he doesn't have control. And it's usually very hard to solve a problem where you don't have control over.
Well, in that case, you should do what you can do.
I feel he'll go.
Yeah, I felt that like yesterday.
Fans, what do you think? If you are Mourinho, would you still stay at Fenerbahce in the Turkish league, or you'd look for options elsewhere, given what you've had in that particular story? So, what do you think of the movie?
Dogs of Istanbul.
Yes.
Relating with what I know about Dogs of Berlin,
Yeah.
It must be very muddy and messy.
Nice one. Nice one.
All right.
So you had all that, and it's been good, and that is the Champions League for you and the international football roundup for you. And thank you for tuning in. We'll be moving on to the next segment of this particular discussion.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to game week 11.
Yeah, game week 11
of the EPL games.
Take me to EPL.
That will be happening presently. All right? Okay. So before I take you there, just let me drink some water.